Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another video. I'm here in the district of Miraflores, Lima, Peru, and today I'm going to be Today I'm going to be talking about, well, how much it costs you if you want to live in Lima as a foreigner, basically. I'm here at a little restaurant, Miraflores, right next to Parque Kennedy. I've got my starter. I'm going to show you more of my food later. This is like a causa. It's like with the potatoes inside. It's got like chicken, got lots of sauce, mayonnaise, vegetables inside it. It's like super delicious. First of all, I have to tell you, so I'm a 49-year-old man. I'm not so good in social environments. I have social anxiety. I don't go to discos. My nightlife is almost non-existent to go to those kind of places. I'm a quiet person. So it really depends on you, your age. So maybe my advice or my recommendations for you might be a little bit different, but I'm sure like most people who are thinking about coming to move to Lima or Peru are probably similar to my age. So maybe we can relate into some kind of things the same. Check this out. They put the knife and fork in little plastics. Cheers. Well, we can enjoy lunch together, right? So good. For me, the menu is the #1 restaurant 2025 in the world, of course. So first of all, why do you want to move to Lima? You have to think about seriously what is your reason. Because you think it's cheaper, because you think there's not so much regulations, maybe you think that the life is going to be much easier for you and you don't have the same amount of stress. But there is considerations to consider. Okay, so we're going to talk about accommodation, we're going to talk about food, and we're going to talk about entertainment. But first, I want to touch on a little bit about my experience when new people come to Lima, especially more of the younger generation. They come here with America, they come with dollars or euros, and they think, oh my god, everything's so cheap. The taxis are cheap, the food is cheap, it's great, I could live here forever. And maybe that's like true. But then you see the reaction of the Peruvian people, and it's like, well, yeah, if you're earning dollars, it's cheap. But if you're having a life here, and if you're working here, then you're not going to get the same benefits. And if you get paid in soles, you're not going to make as much money. Maybe you're coming here with your retirement money, and that's fine. But if you're coming here to work, then you have to be very secure in the work that you've got. You probably won't make as many soles as you do dollars. It's definitely one consideration. So let's talk about accommodation. Accommodation varies a lot, and the prices vary a lot. The principal district that you probably want to stay in is Miraflores. Miraflores is the more touristic area. It has the most serenazgos, the most protection. It's one of the safest districts in Lima. It's true, but there's still problems, and you always need to remember that there's still opportunists in this area as well. Where I'm staying, it's a little mini apartment. Doesn't really have a kitchen. It's just like one room. I've got my bed, I've got my bathroom, and I've got space for my clothes. I'm paying 1,300 soles a month, and that includes maintenance, internet, electricity, water. Everything is included in that price. But I have to go through an apartment's kitchen of a family to do that. My house is very close to Parque Kennedy. Well, my room is very close to Parque Kennedy. So that's the price that you could pay. It's suitable for someone like me who's single. I have a cat, and that's fine. So from there, that's probably going to be your basic. And then you can go up to as much as 10,000 soles a month. So it depends what you're looking for. You can stay in the Malecon, 10,000 soles a month. You have 1-2 bedroom apartment, nice big kitchen, nice view, beautiful. Or you could have a look in other places as well. For maybe a 1-bedroom, 1.5-bedroom apartment, maybe with an apartment of 10 years old with security, it's going to cost you all included in between 2,500 to 3,500 soles. So 2,500 to 3,500 soles is probably your average price that you're going to pay when you're here. When you have your apartment, you have to be careful because you have to pay your maintenance. Newer apartments, bigger apartments, the higher maintenance. Included in the price that I just told you, it could be 300, 400, 500 soles. And then you have to, this includes like electricity for the communal areas, the security, 24-hour security, maybe there's a swimming pool in the complex as well. So depending on what you want, I recommend that you search the internet for Urbania. Urbania has a lot of different options that you can see and go through, contacts and things like that. All right, so let's talk about food. I'm here, a menu, I'm sitting outside, it's a beautiful day. The people are super happy, the people are just looking around, and I'm paying 15 soles for my lunch. So here, Peru is very popular for menus, so it depends where you go. It could be 12, 13, 14 soles. Here's 15, it's an average price. You can pay 20, 25 soles for a menu, more executive, if you want like fish or some things like that. So that's going to be like a various of prices between 10 and 30 soles. You can have a delicious lunch. For your breakfast, you're probably going to pay 10 soles. You can eat on the street some tamal or something like that. And for dinner, it depends where you go. You can pay for anywhere between 20 soles and 100 soles for your food. Again, if you go to McDonald's or if you go to a little cafe or if you go to a nice restaurant. Here's McDonald's, we have Chili's, Burger King, and a lot of kind of like TGI Fridays as well. We have things like that, but why would you go there when you have some of the best food around? Another option for you, if you like to cook, you can go to the supermarket. The supermarkets in Lima, like Wong, Plaza Bea, Metro, nice supermarkets, but not a large amount of variety like you would find in Target or Walmart in the USA, for example, or Tesco or Sainsbury's in the UK and Europe. There's not so much options, and the nice quality foods that you get that are imported are expensive, probably more than you pay. Cheese could also be expensive too, like a pack of like 5 slices could be $10, 10 soles, I'm sorry. But you can get like fruit and vegetables and things like that. So you can probably have a meal for you for 50 soles that would probably be enough for a day for your breakfast, lunch and dinner. So whether you're eating out or whether you're buying the food and cooking it in your house, you could do it for 50, 60 soles either way. So I know a lot of people that come here, they just go to a menu for lunch. They don't use their kitchen, you know. Here we have Rappi, Pedidas Ya, which are delivery services. So you got the application and they deliver whatever you want to your house. Pizza, well, Pizza Hut, Domino's. Oh, muchas gracias. Wow. Ají de gallina, everybody. I mean, this just looks incredible, right? This is one of my favorites. It's like a huancaína, a little bit spicy sauce with little strips of chicken and a large piece of rice. Cheers. Tell me.
¿Te gustaría ir a un show de música afroperuana?
No, amigo.
Afro-Peruvian music tonight.
Yeah, estoy aquí just solo hoy.
Solo hoy.
Yeah, en la tarde yo voy a salir.
Ah, en la tarde.
Sí, pues.
Bueno,
Pero muchas gracias. Oh.
you can hear.
So, Peru has the best restaurant in the world here. You have options, you can eat on the street. As far as leaving Miraflores, it's not necessary. If you want to go to the center of Lima for a day, that's fine, you can go and do that. But Lima is massive. And there's Peruvians that don't even go to the conos of Lima because it's dangerous. So you got to think about that when you come here, that your bubble is going to be the Miraflores. And people talk about the bubble. Your bubble is Miraflores, San Isidro, and you can visit other places as well. Okay. So, entertainment, maybe you want to go and do something. You want to go somewhere, and that's fine. You can do that. We have bowling. You can go to the center of Lima. Architecture's nice. There's a cinema. There's malls. And that's about it, really. So as far as entertainment, I wouldn't say that there's a lot of things for you to do. There's maybe some, if you like to go dancing, you can go dancing, learn dancing. There's clubs and discos, and maybe you can go learn how to cook Peruvian food. There's things like that, but as far as like go-karting and things like that, there's nothing here in Miraflores like that. So you got to think about what kind of life do you want when you come here. If you want to have like an active life, probably not going to happen. You can cycle. There's a place where you can go cycling in the neighboring district of Chorrillos. We have a hill where you can go mountain biking. Like that, there's a lot of people there. However, there's sometimes robbers there that will steal your bike. So I don't know how enjoyable that is for you when you're always having to watch out for somebody that wants to steal your bike. It's hard to have nice things here, to be honest. You always need to be careful what you have. You can't wear a Rolex watch or expensive clothes because people will notice you, and you don't want to be noticed. I've been living in Peru, and I've been living in Lima on and off for 13 years. Maybe it sounds hard what I'm talking about, but I'm just being real. I met a couple of young guys the other day that they're new here, they're excited and they're happy, and they're saying, "Oh, I'm a big guy. If I get robbed, I'm just gonna like I want somebody to rob me, you know, because I'm gonna beat them up." A, you can't have that attitude, and B, no, just forget about it. If somebody wants to take your shit, let them take your stuff. Don't fight it. People can be, if somebody wants to rob you and hurt you, they're going to do it. So best just not be in that situation at all. And if it does happen, I've been robbed 2 times, but I'd like to think I've got street smarts. Those times have not been in Miraflores. This menu is so good. The miscellaneous things that I recommend for you: taking a taxi. Taxis are cheap, yeah. Use an application, Uber, just to be safe, so you know from A to B where you're going, you know what the price is. That's good. As far as your apartments go, Lima's really, really noisy. So a lot of car alarms, a lot of horns, noisy bikes, noisy cars, noisy trucks. There's also a lot of pollution, which you have to also consider. If you have an apartment, I recommend that you find an apartment with good quality windows to block out the noise, which is difficult because here the windows are just like one window. So all of the noise on the street, and people say, "Oh, but if you're high up, you don't hear the noise." That's not true. You hear more noise because the noise comes from all of the different streets into your window. I once stayed on the 17th floor, and it was horrendous. It really was. I couldn't sleep at night at all with the cars, and well, anyway. So lifestyle in Lima is okay. You come here, you can enjoy the food, you can enjoy the parks, you can meet new people, you can have a good time. You gotta think, are you gonna get bored? What do you want from your life? Do you want to relax? Lima's probably not the best place for you. If you have a lot of money and you can have a nice apartment, you can join some sports clubs and stuff like that, perfect. For you, that's amazing. If you don't mind the noise, you don't mind the pollution, for me, that's the worst things. There's no space. You can't go to the park and be alone, not in Lima. It's just not going to happen. There's going to be dogs and people. The Peruvian people are amazing. They're some of the kindest people that I know, especially if you're a foreigner, you know, they're happy to help you. You always have to be careful, think, well, why is this person being nice to me? Maybe they want to sell you something or offer you a service, which is quite common, but asking for directions or speaking to somebody in a restaurant or things like that, super nice people. You're not going to have that a problem. It's true. In less than 2 weeks, I'm leaving Lima. I'm going to live in the jungle. I miss it. I'm from Scotland. I'm from the Highlands of Scotland, a small village of 1,000 people. I'm not a city boy. And I've suffered here. I've suffered a lot. I trapped myself here with relationships and stuff like that. Now I'm single, now I feel free. I'm getting out of Lima. It's just chaotic. I can't walk in a straight line. So I'm going to the jungle and I'm going to start a new life there with my cat. And hopefully everything's going to be okay. If you want to follow my journey, please subscribe. I'll be so happy for you guys to come along with me. We're going to be having adventures and eating some amazing food for sure, and meeting some amazing people also. I'm so excited about it. I don't want to say anything bad about Lima, but definitely think about it before you come here and retire. For the first months you're going to be excited because it's so different. Have an exit plan, you know, always have a way out. If you want to buy an apartment, you got to remember that the interest rates are very high. Maybe rent somewhere for a year or 2 years, see how you're getting on. If you think, yeah, this is the place for me, this is friggin' awesome. Perfect. You can invest in property, of course. Pay your high interest rates and then that's it. I definitely don't want you to think that I'm talking negatively about Lima, because I'm not. It's a great, exciting city, as long as you're in your bubble and you understand that there is situations that might be uncomfortable for you, as long as you're aware of that. But I think now, if you think of Peru and you think of other countries or other states, Peru is not that bad, to be honest. I'm sitting at the table, my camera's here, people looking at me, smiling, nobody's making me a problem, you know. Listen, if you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. I'm going to read all of the comments like I always do. I'll definitely apply to your comment and try and help you out as much as I can, because maybe I've missed something in this video. Anyway, here's my food. I'm going to finish my lunch now. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Well, besos y abrazos para todos, y see you tomorrow.